Saluton! I'm Brandon Sowers. I'm the new president of the board of Esperanto-USA, and I wanted to share some exciting updates that we've had over the last month since the close of our Landa Congresso in Raleigh. We've had developments at the Universalo Congresso in Turin, Italy. We've had a lot of activity from the board, a lot of things have gotten done, and we've had an unexpected financial windfall. So I'm going to share updates about all of those. This is a summary of the full report, which you can read on our bulletin, and you can find that online. As I mentioned, this has been since the close of our Landa Congresso in Raleigh. We actually had an informal meeting of the board at the Landa Congresso. So this was our continuing board members as well as myself and the other new board members. We all met together to get to know each other, share our priorities for the year to come. I think this was a great start for the year. Make sure we're all kind of on an equal page. We also named a great nominations committee, which is going to serve over the coming year, help find really good candidates to continue the work. And we also give a lot of encouragement to some of the young people who are present in Raleigh to meet together and discuss what they could do with the help of Esperanto-USA and what would be interesting for them. They've already put together their own Discord. A few of them have gone to some of the festivals in Italy, the Universalo Congresso and the Internazio Unulare Congresso. So there's a lot of activity already happening there. At the Universalo Congresso, the World Conference of Esperanto, there were about 20 Americans present, including 2 board members. So we wanted to make sure that we really highlighted our participation there and really shined on the world stage. We arranged a booth at the Movado Fuiro, and we made sure that we had a lot of material there from American Esperantists. We had books donated by some American Esperanto authors. We had stickers for the podcast Usone Persone. We had flyers for the Usono Bona Film Festivalo. And we had a poster that had QR codes for all of these, as well as for some YouTube and Twitch pages for American YouTubers and Twitch streamers. We also had some really exciting announcements there, specifically from 2 literary festivals that announced their results. The first was the Intercultura Novello Concurso, and Rafa Nogueras won the first prize there. And then the second was the Bell'Arte Concurso, which awarded 4 prizes for 3 Americans, which appears to be a record for Americans in the Bell'Arte Concurso. So we're very excited about that. We made announcements to celebrate these in our bulletin, our Facebook feed, and our Instagram. Separate from all of these goings on in Italy, we've also been preparing for Paralela Universo. This is a time where Esperanto groups around the world are encouraged to have in-person events all on the same day. This year it will be August 19th, coming up in just a few days. And the board decided this year that we'll give some extra encouragement for American groups to plan events by reimbursing them for part of their expenses. So at the time I'm producing this, there's been 10 in-person events announced across the US. We think this is a great outcome and we're very excited to see the results. The board has also formed 2 new committees, which are the Projects Committee, chaired by Logan Hall, and the Communications Committee, chaired by Quentin Bob. The Projects Committee will help American Esperantists develop their projects, their ideas, and bring those to the board if they need any additional support. And the Communications Committee is going to help us work on all of our communications across different mediums and make sure that we're communicating as effectively as possible with our members, our supporters, our other constituents. We're also working on putting together a diversity committee. So we're very excited about the work that these committees will carry forward. And we've also been upgrading our infrastructure. So for example, we've been using Slack for communication since 2017, but there's been some limitations imposed on the free version of Slack. So we've applied for the Slack for Nonprofits upgrade, and we've been accepted for that. So we've got a bunch of new features, and we've gotten rid of all those limitations that we had. We've also applied for Google for Nonprofits. This will give us some other premium features such as Google Workspaces, additional features on YouTube, and grants for advertising. So we're very excited to hear back and start using that. Speaking of our media and infrastructure, we've been experimenting with some new areas of social media. One of the other new board members, Enrique Aro Marquez, has started an Instagram account. Our first post was an announcement about the 4 awards won by 3 Americans in the Bell'Arte Concurso, and that's had a lot of engagement. Also, our new Vice President, Has Faruznia, has started a Telegram channel through which we can share announcements. This gives us another way to have engagement with our members and supporters. And then at the end of July, the Washington Post published an article about Esperanto literature and English translation, which also quoted Has extensively, for example, about the online translation course that he gave this year, as well as the Phoenixo project, through which we aim to republish Esperanto classics and make them once again available. And then finally, we have had a very unexpected but exciting update in our financial situation. We've received notice that we will be receiving a generous bequest from the estate of a longtime member, Robert Swenson, and his late wife, Anne. So we are moving forward and making sure that we get everything lined up to accept these monies and have a plan for what to do with them going forward. So it's been a very exciting month for the board, and we've gotten a lot done. We hope that the next month is as exciting as this one, and we hope that you have a great month in Esperantujo. Jeez.